Hey everyone, how's it going? In this video, I want to talk about vending and real estate, the differences between the two, and the differences really between income and wealth. If you think about it, the two kind of go hand in hand. One of them has both, one of them has one, and we're going to kind of dissect each one and talk about the pros and cons of each. So as you all know, I have a video where I actually took you to one of my locations. It's a window factory where I have 3 vending machines. I own 2 of them, but I control all 3 of them. And that location does really good. I get about $100 a week, and actually I just got some credit card readers for them. And then there is real estate, where you do a lot of upfront work searching for a great property. You buy it at hopefully 70% of the value, you rehab it, put some money into it to fix it up, and then you put a tenant in there and you just collect passive income. Now, hopefully you know the difference between income and wealth, where income is just income and wealth is something that has equity. It is valuable in itself. One of them has both, one of them has only one, and you probably already know the answer to this. The real estate has income and wealth. Vending has income, but there's really not a lot of wealth there. So with vending, it's purely income. The vending machines themselves are not worth much at all compared to real estate. I picked these machines up used for under $1,000, and they generate most of the time around $100 a week. With the credit card reader, it's around 30 to 40% more. Now, if you have several locations and you've built up a great route, you can generate thousands of dollars a month just by doing vending. It's kind of crazy to think about, but I mean, if it works, it works. It does take a lot of time to get a great route. The worst thing that can happen is that either one of your machines completely break down, or you put a machine somewhere, you're ready for sales, and you come back the week after that and there's a big fat zero. Now, to get a good location, you really have to put yourself out there and just walk in, and don't necessarily cold call if you don't need to, because nobody likes cold calling. But march into somewhere, ask if they do vending or if they have vending machines, and politely give them your business card. Be dressed nice, and you can get locations. With vending, it also requires a lot more work. You have to attain to it every single week. You have to continuously go to Sam's Club, which is where I go, or an off-market, kind of like a wholesale. It's an individual private little store there, and I'll get stuff on the cheap. Also, I have all my inventory. You can't see it, but it's all right there, and it's just always in my place, always, all the time, never goes away. So there's that also. And the real funny thing is that even with cheap real estate, I actually make more with my vending business than, say, like a cheap property. But while we're on the subject, let's go ahead and get to real estate. So depending on where you live, the barrier of entry could be way higher, years from where you could actually even start investing. The solution to that is to hopefully get owner financed, or maybe even a traditional mortgage, like it couldn't be an FHA, but it could certainly be just an investment property loan or something else of the like. The other issue for that is that you're never really positive until years after your investment. Again, depending on where you live, I think the cheapest areas in the country are Michigan, Ohio, Louisiana, Alabama, certainly states in the Midwest. I mean, you can get a fabulous property for less than 30 grand, which is just crazy. I mean, I live in Houston. Any kind of big city, especially if it's not in the Midwest, and especially if it's on the perimeter of the US, is going to be really expensive. But what you will gain is, number one, appreciation, which vending machines actually depreciate. So every year it will go up. I don't know what the national average is. I know, I think Idaho has the highest in the country at like 10% average for the state. But typically, I mean, it will always appreciate. Real estate in general will appreciate. And you're also gaining equity. And if you didn't buy the home outright, which chances are you didn't, not everyone has $30,000 laying around, but every year you will gain equity in the property. And that's not cash that you can just go out and buy something with, but it is still wealth. This is where wealth comes into play. And then number 3, you of course have your monthly rental payments. And hopefully you have a good tenant. Hopefully you do background checks. Hopefully you verify income, do all the traditional stuff that you should anyway. And voila, you have a monthly rental income that you can use to qualify in another home. Now, again, This is where kind of hopefully you know a little bit about construction and finance. Those two things are the keys to being successful in real estate investing. You just need to make sure that, say, your water heater doesn't break down. Well, now that just took all of your profit out for months. And again, this is where real estate kind of lacks in terms of ROI, or your return on investment. With vending, I can make a 100% ROI in a matter of 4 months or less. With real estate, unless it's like in a really cheap part of the country, you won't make your money back 100% ROI. You won't make that back until possibly 2 to 3, maybe even 5 years. If you live in a more expensive part of the country, it could take 10, 12 years to make your money back. Now, which one do I prefer? Well, why not do them both? Well, being a landlord and having a vending route, you can double down on that cash and continuously build up your income every single month. Hopefully you acquire new locations for vending. Hopefully you can scout and see another property that you can hopefully get financed, rehab it, rent it out, and repeat. I don't prefer one or the other. I'm just happy that I can do them both. And if you want to do this as well, I highly encourage it. It's a great way to kind of start your entrepreneur journey. Things that are automated tend to do the best, like car washes, laundromats, vending machines, and of course rental real estate. So there you have it, guys. Real estate has wealth and income. Vending machines just have income. One of them appreciates, one of them depreciates. They're both great, and they're both a great business to be in, especially if you want to be a self-employed entrepreneur like I've made myself. It does wonders, and it's a great place to start. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. I have a ton of more content to put out for you guys. I'm really excited about this channel. But anyways, thank you for watching, and have a great day.